Hi. Besides that, yesterday was the greatest day of my life. That my first granddaughter came to visit us in this world. She's beautiful, and so I'm a happy granddad. That's number one. This video goes out to my cousin Joelle, because I saw that on camera the other day, somebody asked her, on camera, on Facebook over there, they asked her if she made her own burrata. So Joelle, this is for you, honey. This is the way I'm going to show you that you can make it at home. There's many ways that you could do it, blah, 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 blah. But this is one way which is easy for us to make it at home. So what you do is first you cut up all your curd. Then what I did is I took a little pot and I melted some of this and made it into mozzarella. So we got the curds away. Get it? You don't want to eat that stuff. You probably can, but you know. So you could do this by chopping it up very small, or you can make it like I said, make it into mozzarella, then strip it little by little, put it back inside the same little pot after you clean it, and put heavy cream. So this way you don't have to thicken it, you don't have to do anything. And after you chop it up really, really small, and you have it all in there, okay, this is what it should look like, something like this, okay? So then, what you do is you put this, you let this down, let it absorb and everything, and then you take the curd, and now we're gonna put it in a big pot, and we're gonna make the mozzarella itself. And I'll get back to that as soon as I get ready. Up on something real quick. When I made the mozzarella, I did the same thing that I'm about to do now, but I did a little bit in a little container, okay, so I could get it and break it up. Because I don't want to use that, so I did it the other way. So you boil it with water, get the water boiling, then, you know, grab like a handful about this much, and once you put it in there, it becomes about this much. Then you rip it up, you put it in there, you use heavy cream, and that's it. And then you leave that at that. Now, you gotta have something cold in the water here to cool off your hands from what you're gonna see that I'm gonna do. And it's not that bad. Trust me when I tell you, honey, it's not that bad. Don't make the water too boiling. And then the other thing is, okay, so we got the water. You're supposed to put salt. But because I never follow rules, and I'm going to put in salt and pepper, so my mozzarella is nice and flavored. All I need is olive oil. But a lot of people in restaurants don't use pepper because of the simple fact that if you serve something that's so white and you see little black specks, it could be roach eggs. So it's not really going to sell. So when you make it for yourself, don't listen to what they say. Put the pepper in there. Your mozzarella will have more flavor, okay? So make sure you put a lot in there. And always remember, use Himalayan salt, okay? See, this is how I have it in my container at home. So this way I take a pinch, pop. So now, we're gonna go here. Whoa, so I'm gonna shut this off. Okay. And I have a little bit of hot water always on the side. I'm going to shut this off. Okay, man. And we're going to put all this curd away. Oh, God. And again, you don't have to make as much as I'm making. And Joelle, remember, honey, don't listen to all these assholes. Try what you like. And you find what you like, and you do what you want. You don't have to follow people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've never followed the recipe. Even when I don't know something, you know what I do? I freaking, I look at how they do it, I see what they do, and then I change it to my way, like I did with this. I put the pepper in it now. You know, I have no problem doing that. So we put that in there, we move it over here, okay? And again, you can make as much as you want. You could try with a little bit first, you know? I mean, a little bit meaning at least 2-3 pounds or whatever. You know, a nice chunk. Then I'm gonna use these instead of a spoon. What you do is you just start mixing it. And as you mix it, I think you know how to do this. This reminds me of when we went up, what's up there, Les?
Connecticut.
Not Connecticut.
Oh.
We went up on one of the mountain, Catskills or something like that.
Okay.
I remember with your dad, and we made fresh ricotta. We went to this farmhouse where they used to have, you went there when you were a kid, and I'll never forget it. There was this old man over there with the wood fire, big pot. We had the fresh milk. Those are good memories. Those are the things we need to remember. So once you start getting it, as you pull it out, stretch and try to pop the bubbles. Okay? Those bubbles, it's what it is. It's still the curd that's still in one piece, but eventually, by doing this, they're all gonna go away. So you good. Make sure that you have a little bit of cold water on the side. If you touch it and it's hot. And again, you know, I gotta send this to Dominic too, Dominic Jr. You could probably teach him how to make his own burrata. Okay. But he's doing a great job with all the donations that he's doing and everything else. Really proud of him. Okay. Woo! This is hot. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, real quick, take some of this, okay, because I need it while it's hot, and make the burrata. So you grab it, you open it up while it's nice and soft, okay? Come here, Les. Then you take a nice spoonful, you put it in, and you pinch the mozzarella all closed with the juice and everything. You make like a little socket. Once you do that, what you do is you take it and put it in cold water right away. Once you put it in cold water, it closes itself. Okay? And I'll show you what that's gonna look like. I'm gonna make another one. Again, make a pocket. This one, I think it's going to be a lot better than the other one. Practice makes perfect. Get that, put it in there. Again, close the very top. Make like a little sack of gold. See? And then put it in cold water. Nice. Okay? And you do it over and over, and if you want, just take it. You could just, you know, when you get this, you could just take it, you could just rip it. Then just give it a little fold on the bottom. Don't work it too much because then, see, and now you got also the fresh mozzarella. Don't work it too much because when you work it too much and you squeeze and you make it tight, it's not dough. The more you knit it, the more you take out the milk that's in it. So, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when the product is done. I'm going to finish this. See you later. Okay, so we're back. Now, Joel, I don't know if you know this, but rosemary is the only spice that just by smelling it, it improves your respiratory system and it improves memory. Okay? So, my advice to you, which I'm going to do for the baby now, in your kids' rooms, get a nice pot, put some nice clean soil so there's no bugs and stuff like that, and put rosemary in there. And at night, while they're sleeping, their respiratory system improves and their memory is good. And that's why I try to eat it a lot, and I always have a lot. And look it up. If you don't believe me, or if somebody tells you he's full of shit, look it up and you'll see I'm right. So that's number one. Number two, now let's see. Now I'm gonna look. So this is one of the balls, and if you see, there's not really a lot of pepper. So now let's cut it, and let's see what we got. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. See that? You see the filling? Now, I don't do this a lot, but the more I do it, the better I'm going to get, the more I could put in. But I think it's a success. Now we're going to have to find out how good it really is. So we're going to put a little bit of olive oil, like I said. And make sure you use good olive oil. And like I told you about the rosemary, I practice what I preach. I'm going to put a little bit of rosemary on top. And for my wife, she loves this stuff. A little bit of balsamic glaze. So here you are. Enjoy. And don't worry about it. If the first time it's not perfect, try it again. That's the fun of it. I love you. I love your family. And I'm happy with my new